Okay, so this is the next use case scenario. First, web form case date. So we want to know for all the contacts, when is the first time they fill up a web form on our landing page? When is the first initial contact happened from our landing pages, right? So that's basically the purpose. So the parent object would be contact, because we want to know this information on the contact record. For example, if the contact is John Doe, when did John Doe first fill out one of our web form? When was it? We want to know. How did John Doe stumble upon our website? How did John Doe get to know this organization the first time? Right? We want to know the source. So the child object is the case. So in our data flow, those web form will turn into case, right? You would be aware of this if you are an admin. So web form to cases, and we would like to know when is the first time John Doe filled up a form. So the parent object is the contact. The child object is the case, because this is where we want to count on. And then the relationship field is the contact ID. It's the same as the previous couple videos I've discussed about the Facebook Messenger cases. So the relationship criteria is the where clause. What kind of cases, right? I want to play with the subject field of the case. Therefore, I say the subject like form was submitted on our website. Okay, and there is a wildcard there, so you can do that and make sure you include the apostrophe. Just writing a SOQL query, right? Now, because we use this subject field, you would have to list the field you use on here. Okay, so this is what this relationship criteria fields are for. Whatever fields you are using in this criteria, you would need to list it here. All right, so the field to aggregate, what field do I want to use? I want to use the created date of the case, right? The created date of the case, I want to order it by the same field, created date of the case records. And I want to use the min. The min, it would be the first one, or the oldest one, right? If John Doe, for example, have 100 cases created for the past 5 years, I would like to know the first case. You use min. Okay, you use min, and then you can sort it by created date as well. So what is this field? Aggregate result field. As we discussed before, this is the field where to put the information which is calculated here onto this field. So this would be on the contact object, the parent object, where you want to see this information, the first web form case date. First web form case date. So if I show you, if I flip back here, and I go to my contact object over here, you will see that field. So you have to create the field first, okay? So before you actually put the field there, you have to create the field first. So I'm going to go to field and relationship. First, web form case date. So first web form case date. Create this field first and see its date time. Why do I choose date time when I create this field to contain that information? I choose date time because on here, the created date is the field I want to aggregate from the case, right? And this is a date time field. So as I said before, this has to match with this. The field type of the field you aggregate has to exactly match with the field type you want to put the calculated information into. So now in the contact records, you will have a field called first web form case date, which will have the information when is the first case John Doe created from the website, from the landing pages. Okay, so that's basically how this particular user case scenario is done. So as you know, I've mentioned it on the previous videos, you can full calculate it right now, and you can also schedule the calculation of this criteria like daily, weekly, monthly, however you want it, twice a month, however you want it. And before you actually can save it, you have to make it not active, because if you create it the first time and you have it active, it will not allow you to save. So uncheck this box, save it, right? Once you save it, you have to deploy the trigger. Make sure you already deployed the trigger. Basically, you click this manage child trigger, and then there is a deploy button. Click the deploy button, and then go back here and then activate that this particular rule. And there you have it. Once you did that, and it will start calculating. If you hit the full calculate, but if you schedule it, it will start the first calculation on the first scheduled time. That's it. Bada bing, bada boom. Hit that subscribe button and explore new trailhead grounds and learn to implement the most useful and popular apps on the Salesforce App Exchange. And do yourself a favor, like this video, and you'll be surprised on how much more you understand when watching this same video after liking it. Don't take my word. Watch this one more time after you like the video and see it for yourself. Bada bing, bada boom.